Hi, Cancer. When I decided to put my hair up in a ponytail, I did not realize I was going to try and straighten it for 10 minutes to do your reading. So as I was like getting ready and I was tapping into your energy, I was like feeling your energy. Like, I know you guys are really busy right now, and I know you're getting stuff done and you're not letting anybody get in your way, but does it have to be perfect? You know, I mean, Mercury retrograde is a time to let yourself let it go, because I'm not going to fearmonger you in Mercury retrograde because I'm not that reader. I won't do it. Refuse. Because it's not a bad thing. It just means that the energy is a little bit stronger. And when the energy is a little bit, it's closer to Earth. When the energy of Mercury is stronger, that just means that we're rushing, we're faster, right? What is Mercury? Is that energy? It's fast, quick, 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 right? It's like a superpower. So that's what you guys are feeling, but you don't have to rush because everything is already coming out the way that you want it to. That's weird. My TV just turned on. Like, it just turned, like, you guys, I don't, if you don't watch my daily readings, you should watch my daily readings because that kind of stuff happens all the time. But my spirit guides, and mainly my grandfather, who's around me all the time, likes to turn on appliances or turn lights off or make things go haywire sometimes. So, yeah, my TV just turned on. You guys were witness to it. I wasn't touching anything. I didn't have it on pause. It was totally turned off. I wish I could have like shown you that it was turned off. So you guys are working really, really hard right now. And you know what? It's funny. I don't even feel like, yes, it's a burden because you're exhausted and you want to get some rest and you want to get other things done and you want to do stuff that's really fun. But you know that this is all serving a purpose. You know that this hard work that you're doing, like, I'm not afraid to see that the first card is the 10 of Wands for you guys. Like, I'm not afraid of that at all because there's a reason to it with justice. You could be dealing with a Libra energy that's a little on the heavier side. Like maybe they're doing the misery loves company route kind of thing. Don't buy into that. Don't buy into the misery loves company. They're, yeah. And here's the thing. The reason why you guys are also working really hard, so we have the Page of Cups and we have the Knight of Cups. I'm going to pause this just for like a hot second. Give me 1 second. You don't even know whether that was a hot second or whether it was like 20 minutes. It really was like a minute. But so here's the thing is the reason why you're working as hard as you are, even if it's a really big burden on you right now, you know that there's a reason. Like, you're not doing it just because you want to distract yourself, or you're not doing it because you don't want to pay attention to what's going on over here. You're like, you know, you're not using it for avoidance, which a lot of people will do in the 10 of Wands. They'll use their work for, and like avoid everybody and everything else, right? I don't feel like that's what you're doing. I feel like you see that there's justice in this. You see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and you want more out of your existence, out of your life, and you're going to go out and get it. You're not just going to sit around and wait for it to come to you. Excuse me, I just like spit on myself. This retrograde is going to be interesting. I'm not using the word bad. I'm not using the word good. I'm using the word interesting. Okay. Let's get 2 more cards. There you are. Hello, Queen of Cups. Hello. 1 more. Yep. And this is the thing, you guys. You're turning it around. Turning it all around. The Wheel of Fortune. You shifted the energy. You already knew that's what you were doing. Don't question yourself. Don't doubt yourself, because I feel like this is a too good to be true moment for you, where it's almost as if you're like, oh, God, that's what all the hard work was for. Well, shit. You know what I mean? Like, you sit back, like you're working so hard and you're working so hard and you're working so hard, and it's killing you. And you get to a point where you're like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. And then you get that last rush of adrenaline and you like push through it, right? And you get there, the end of the marathon, because it wasn't a sprint. It was a marathon. It took a long time for you to get here, right? This is what the North Node is doing for you right now. This is, and it's going to be even better when the shift is going to happen. It's not going to be comfortable. This isn't comfortable. Look at this. Does this look comfortable to you? This is not comfortable, but that's okay. And I'm not saying that you have to be uncomfortable for growth. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is the discomfort pushes you to change things. That's why it happens. Did you just have an aha moment? Like, I just mic dropped it. The uncomfortableness is there because we don't want to sit in being uncomfortable. That's why we distract ourselves, right? But when you no longer are distracting yourself and you are now forced to sit in the discomfort of what just happened, all of that hard work, and then you kind of, you see it for what it is, and you're like, oh man, shift, right? I don't know if I showed you that the Queen of Cups came out. I think I did. Okay, let's clarify. 10 of Wands. Deep breaths. You're good. And this is the thing, is you guys are on an upswing. Like, that's the thing, is I don't want you to look at this as a difficult path or a difficult journey for you anymore. During the discomfort, during the times that aren't the ways that you want them to go, the reason why we think it's difficult is because it's not the way we want it to be. It's not what our ego, it's not what we expected. And when you have expectations on things, you disappoint yourself, right? It's not that I don't want you to hope for stuff. I want you to hope all day long. I want you to have desires. I want you to have dreams. I want you to do all of that, but I want you to do it very open-minded, because maybe your desires and dreams aren't big enough. Or maybe you want your desires and dreams tomorrow and you have all these steps that you have to take first and you don't like that, right? It doesn't matter if you don't know where you're going. It's a journey. See? Neither the guy with that guy, he can't see where he's going as he's taking those wands, those 10 of Wands. And the moon, you have no idea. You can't see in the dark, all covered up with the, like, how are you going to do that? But you're still doing it. And that's the point, is that you're still doing it because you can see how far you've come, and you can see the loving boundaries that you created in your life to get to be on your journey. You are creating the justice for yourself. Cancer. See? You're creating the justice for yourself. And so every time you get into this, woe is me, I need more, I'm not really sure what's going on, I'm not really sure what I'm doing, feeling, I want you to remember that you created the justice yourself by putting up boundaries, by working really, really hard, and by allowing yourself to believe that you deserved it. You shifted the energy. You started the Wheel of Fortune. Now with the Chariot, which is your card, which means journey, right? It's your path, it's your journey. The Chariot is the destiny, it's the fated journey. And the Wheel of Fortune, both of them are about divine timing. You can get the wheel started. You can get the journey going. You push it forward, and then you just become an open vessel, ready to receive whatever. Instead of being shut down, like the Page of Cups can be sometimes, because Page of Cups is not an open vessel. Page of Cups is keeping things to himself, right? So you could be dealing with an Aries energy also, where you sort of want more from this person. And I feel like the more you ask, or the longer it takes for you to get a person's attention, the answer is no, 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 no. Mixed signals, automatic no. If they're saying one thing but doing another, no, no. I don't care how much they think, I don't care how much of the connection you have with a person. If they say one thing, but their actions totally negate what they're saying, it's an automatic no. It's an automatic no. Don't get fooled, Cancer. You are coming up. You are coming up, and you do not want to be fooled. See? When you do what you love, and you love what you do, you are rewarded. When you do everything in love, you are rewarded. The Ace of Pentacles is a gift of stability. It's a gift of, it's like when you ground your root chakra. That's always, whenever the Ace of Pentacles comes up, I think of grounding my root chakra and how good it feels to be grounded and solid and knowing this is where I belong. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm supposed to be doing right now in this moment. Even if it's cleaning up somebody's dirty dishes off of a table because I'm a waitress, this is what I'm doing in this moment, and I am serving. See? Grounded. Grounded in knowing that no matter where you are in life, and this is something that I teach in that self-alignment course. I'm doing one more workshop for 2019. It's all the same thing, right? One more workshop for self-alignment. If you've already taken a self-alignment course from me last year, not these current ones, but last year, this one is different. So if you've already taken an alignment with me, whether you saw me in person or you saw me online, this is different. So I'm recommending it to everybody, and I'm only going to give it one more time. And we're going to learn how to ground ourselves into being in alignment, knowing where we're going, feeling safe and secure in that, knowing all the hard work wasn't for nothing. So, Queen of Cups, there you are, sitting very, very pretty in your all-knowing chair. All right. Just because it's going to go slowly does not mean that it's never going to happen. So we have the Knight of Pentacles on the Ten of Swords. Now, if you're dealing with an earth sign, or a Libra, or an Aries, maybe even a Pisces, maybe. And if this person is moving at a snail's pace, or you want it to be over, I feel like you just want it to be over already, and you feel like it's taking forever for it to happen, for it to just end. You're like, I've seen this ending happening. I've seen it coming. I know what's occurring now. Could it just be over with already? I feel like you're trying to rush an ending. I feel like you'd rather the ending come quicker. You know what's really funny is we can't force things to make things happen, as well as we can't force things to end before they're supposed to end. I feel like there's still a lesson here that you're learning, either in a situation or a person, and that's why it hasn't ended quite yet, because I feel there is an ending here. And I do also feel like the worst is behind you. Like, I don't feel like you're going to have to fight anymore. I don't feel like you're going to have to fight for your cause. And maybe you will, but it's not going to be in an ego way. Like, you're not going to have a battle. You know, you are safe and secure with who you are. This Queen of Cups down here, she is safe in knowing who she is. And if you're not quite there yet, let me help with the workshop. It's cheaper than a reading. And the wisdom lasts forever. I'm just kidding. I felt it just rolled off it just sounded like a moment to say that. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you know what? Stop telling yourself that the way you're feeling is too good to be true. Stop telling yourself that it's never going to happen because it's not happening in your time. Stop telling yourself, I should have done this before. I should have done this sooner. Whatever lie it is, whatever you're feeling guilty about in this moment right now, that needs to change. No more guilt. Because what are you feeling guilty about? Standing up for yourself? Working really hard? Moving in a direction that, you know what? If they had a chance to grow with you and they chose not to and you outgrew them, that is not your fault. Do you want me to say that again? If they had a chance to grow with you and they chose not to and you outgrew them, that is not your fault. That is their fault. And that's when people have 2020 hindsight, being 2020, like years down the road, and they're like, oh man, I wonder what so-and-so is up to. Now, if this has to do with work, same thing. You can outgrow situations at work too. I feel like you're moving on. I feel like you're leveling up. I feel like there are a lot of things in front of you, and you want to fight for the things that you want to fight for, not anybody else. So it's time to make the decision for yourself. And you've been knowing this for a long time, but now you're actually able to act on it. And I really like that. So now you're stuck here like, now what's my next move? Your next move is flow, right? So we have the 9 of Cups with the 9 of Wands and the Fool, which is the flow. You want to fight for what you want. It's time for you. You get to fight for what you want now, right? You're going to spend your energy fighting for what you want. And you're like, I don't know how to do that though. I don't know what the next step is. Just let it flow. Let it come to you instead of trying to find out what it is, what the next step is and what you're supposed to do next. Let it just come to you. And one of the other things that I teach in my alignment course, asking the universe for a specific sign. Show me what I'm supposed to know within the next 24 hours. Make it obvious. Like, for example, I'll say, I want to see a butterfly in the most obscure way in the next 24 hours. And I say it that way because I have butterflies on my watch. On the face of my watch, butterflies pop up. So I don't want to just look down and be like, oh, there's a butterfly, got my sign, right? But I say, if this is supposed to happen, show me a butterfly in the most obscure way. And it's happened before. Like, I've been driving, going at least 30 miles an hour, and a butterfly has landed on my windshield. How does that even work? Wouldn't they just fly right off or fly right by? And it stayed there for a couple seconds before it flew off. Things like that. You have to make it really, really specific. But neither here nor there. You already know the path that you want to take and what you're going to be creating from it. So you have the Queen of Swords and the Empress. And you already know with the High Priestess. You already know, and being very discerning about this is key. But being discerning does not mean that you waste time or you put it on a back burner. You really are leveling up. And allowing yourself to do that during this time. Like, I remember when my North Node transit, because the Virgo North Node, my North Node is in Virgo. And when I had that transit a couple of years ago, because my natal North Node is also in Virgo, it was 3 or 4 years ago. My whole life changed, but it changed in such a positive direction. Didn't feel positive at the time, but once it got to this stage where you guys are coming up in, yeah, I mean, the glow up is real. You guys are glowing, and that's real. And I want you to just keep pushing forward, okay? If you want to get a reading with me, I am open for readings. The $30 one question reading is available also. Please take advantage of the self-alignment course, the workshop. I'm So proud of it. I'm so proud of it. And I am really hoping that I can impact more people with it. It's amazing. And what else? I think oh, check out the jewelry on my website. It's beautiful. It's all like, it's better than sterling silver. It's hypoallergenic silver. I can't pronounce it. Argentium or something like that. Anyways, my jeweler is amazing. These are all handcrafted, handmade, one-of-a-kind pieces. Like, no two pieces are alike because they're all handmade. So take advantage of that. I love you guys. Take good care of yourselves. Have a wonderful November. Bye.